Hi, Mom and Dad. So here's another update on the rocks. So I think they've been in the coarse grit for about a month now. They're pretty tough little rocks. So um, they're doing really well. I'll show you some of these. So this one is one of my favorites. It looks almost like a picture of a sunset. Like a photograph. So pretty. So it's really smoothing out. It has some rough spots in it still, but I think third phase will take care of the rest of that for sure. Um, got lots of nice little beads. Really pretty. Even have some little carnelian beads. The light will shine through that. If I had two hands, I would show you, but the light looks so pretty when it goes through that reddish looking quartzy stuff. This one is really coming along. It's so pretty. It's like you look right into it. It's starting to get kind of a layered look. It's got, you know, that little bit of really grayish blue. Still got some rough spots, but I think they'll polish out, or after the third phase, I'll probably go ahead and maybe get the Dremel tool and help it along. But it's really pretty. They're really looking nice. This one's getting... Is there like... Has there ever been mahogany in Texas? Because some of these rocks have that pattern that reminds me of mahogany. Like... I'll mention it whenever I get to one that has that. This one's still these windows are kind of starting to open up. Some of them have quartz in places, and then others have this agate stuff. This one's looking pretty neat. Bright yellow. This one's really pretty. I think it'll make a nice pendant. I kind of like the rough spot on this one. It looks like it's supposed to be there. And this little gray one. It's getting really pretty. I don't think it's the right shape for a pendant. I'm not sure what we would do with it, but just might have to be a pretty rock. And this one, looks like just a piece of art to me. It is so beautiful. I love that pattern right there. I'm thinking about taking like a really high megapixel photograph of it and blowing it up and like trying to transpose it on maybe or transfer it on maybe a canvas for a big wall hanging. I think it'd be so pretty. That one might not go in the next batch because I might not be done staring at it yet. This one, the longer it tumbles, the redder it gets. They're tough though. That rind is not, it must have been pretty thick on it because it's still all over it. And there's some more of the smaller beads. Very pretty. Let's see. Here's this one. Not a ton of change. This is softened up a lot, and this is continuing to get a little darker each time I look at it, but still that rind is not really going anywhere. The rind is coming off in a neat little pattern on this one. And then another bead. It won't focus. Oh, that's one that I was thinking, I don't know, it just makes me think of mahogany for some reason. I think it might be too light to be that, but that pattern just, when I first look at it, I just think mahogany. And this one's really beautiful too. It's got quite a bit of that blue in it as this rind comes off. And the light shines through it too, and it is so pretty. Yeah, that's another one I might have to stare at a little longer than the rest of them. This one, I love the stripes in it. I just wish it didn't have these big cracks. It might need help. That bright red. And this one's pretty. That'll be a beautiful pendant. Another kind of artsy looking one. Isn't that pretty? A bright yellow jasper. But I think it is covering up some agate. This one, I think it'll make a really nice pendant too. Might have to shape it a bit because it's a little bit thick on the bottom, but I think it'll be pretty. It'll be a neat looking necklace. This one, I think, if I remember right, Dad, this is the one that you said you picked up and you said, well, it's not the prettiest, but I just like the shape. And, well, I think it's getting really pretty now, too. Very cool. Here's our little stripy one. It's more and more of that quartzy stuff is coming out. And these windows are getting bigger, and yeah, I'm curious to see what that one's going to end up like. The light shines through that too, so that's, it's like jasper encased agate. Really pretty. This one just gets prettier and prettier. The back's getting a cool looking little pattern on it. And you can see where it's stripy too now. It's going to be really beautiful. This little bead here is cool. It looks like it's cracked, but it is as smooth as it can be. So I guess it's one of those brecciated, I think that's what it's called, brecciated stones that broke at some point, and then silt or minerals or whatever filled the cracks where it broke, and then it fused back together. Now it's a rock that just looks broken, but it's not. That'll be a cute little pendant. And there's some more of the little beads. Super pretty. Oops. Where'd it go? No, that one's getting really pretty. So those little beads, I think I'll probably hold those out of the third phase. I think they're smooth enough to go straight into the third phase, and so as to keep them from getting worn down more than we want, I'm gonna try just holding them out of this next phase and then put them back in when the rest of the rocks are ready for the third phase. Try that and see if we can keep them from reducing in size too much. This is going to be a cool pendant too, I think. I don't know how you would do it. Maybe like that. It's really pretty. And it's such that it's that quartzite stuff that they get really shiny. They polish really well. Did I show you this one? I don't think I did. It's getting really pretty. It's got a lot going on. It's got quite a bit of blue right there. This might have been that really gritty one. If so, it's definitely not gritty anymore. It's got a big hole in it though. So just got to be careful and not let any grit solidify in there. Yeah, I love that part. I hope it gets more of that in it. It's a pretty color. So anyway, that's where they're at. We're gonna go ahead and move them on to the next phase for a week or so, and then I'll send you another update. Love you. Bye.